on the 16th of Kislev. That marks the Hilula of a really great rabbi. His name was Rabbi Yosef Berdugo Z'tl, one of the great rabbis from Morocco of yesteryear, especially from Meknes. He was born in English year 1802 and passed away in 1853, to be precise, on the 16th of Kislev, naturally. That he was only 52 years of age. Now he'll become not just a great rabbi, he'll be the head of Jewish court in Meknes, Din, as they say, or in Morocco, and will be the author of many great Torah books. Let's explore some of the highlights of the great rabbi's life. Now, he was born and came from great rabbinic heritage in the year 1802. He was born to Rabbi Yehuda Berdugo, who I believe happened to be a grandson of the Rabbi Yehuda Berdugo Harishon, the first one, who happened to be the author of the Torah colossal work called the Mayim Amukim. I think that was back in the year Hey Taf Kuf Samach Bet. And he was born in 1802 in the city of Meknes in Morocco. And he would learn Torah at a young age among many of the great rabbis of that specific vicinity in of itself. Now, we've spoken about the greatness of the community of the Torah. He was had huge perseverance when it came to Torah study, and for many years, Rabbi Berdugo would actually seclude himself inside the Beit Midrash near his home and was engaged not just in learning Torah, but also teaching Torah. And I believe, the year 1819, it was actually interesting. I think at that point in time, he was only 17 years old. He already wrote down the Torah work called the Mishnah Torah LeRambam. Very, very incredible. This was various different chidushim on the Gemara, on the Shas, the Talmud in of itself, and I think it was called under the name the Tov Ayin in of itself. Then the year 1821. By that stage, he was still a teenager, 19 years of age. He wrote the Chavat Dat, a great Torah book in of itself, of Rabbi Amur Abitbol. Really, he himself happened to be the head of Jewish court, and a rabbi in Safra, I think in Morocco, and someone we've spoken about, I think, in various occasions also before, and various different response, let's just say, on deep questions in of itself called Shavod Nechasim. And now it's actually interesting. I think by the year 1840, he would work as a judge in the Bet Din of Rabbi Yaakov Berdugo, which is a very prominent position, very prestigious position, in 1843. I believe once Rabbi Yaakov Berdugo, had passed away, he was appointed the head of Jewish court, as we say in Hebrew, the Av Bet Din. And this brought huge responsibility, and it was a very, very prestigious position in of itself. Let's just say the city's rabbis, the judges in the city, and the general public respected and really admired him, and very much listened to many of the things everything that he was saying, and made a huge difference among Moroccan Jewry. And he had, I believe, correspondence with other great rabbanim, including Rabbi Yitzchak ibn Sur, Rabbi Yosef Balul, Rabbi Yehuda Ohana, Rabbi Shalom Ederi, Rabbi Shalom ben Harush, Rabbi Aaron Amar, Rabbi Yehuda Elkabi, Rabbi Shlomo ben Lazan, Rabbi Moshe ben Zerihan, really great rabbis, and various other rabbonim in of itself. Now, we've been talking, unfortunately, about various different anti-Semitic episodes where many different rabbis had suffered all throughout Jewish history. And over here, I believe in the year 1848, it actually occurred here, in Meknes in Morocco in of itself. I think the authorities tried to impose heavy fines on the Jewish community in of itself in Meknes, and forced the people to pay a fine quickly, a penalty quickly. These fines weren't justified, I believe, and they imprisoned the city's rabbis, including, I believe, Rabbi Yosef Berdugo and Rabbi Chaim Toledano. And this, I think, took place in the city of Fez. Rabbi Chaim Toledano, he sadly passed away, or died in prison, I believe, on the 14th of Tammuz, if I'm not mistaken, in the English year, 1858. And however, Rabbi Berdugo survived this, let's say, prison term, and was released from prison after paying the fine, after paying this penalty over here. So it's, it was in the year, I believe, 1858, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to double check that. And or maybe it was, so be that as may, this was, I think, I was referring to how Rabbi Chaim Toledano passed away, but he was released from prison after they had to pay a fine over here. And just see how terrible anti-Semitism was all throughout Jewish history. It was unfortunately in the 1800s, it's in 21st century now, all throughout Jewish history over here. Another shameful episode of what's actually taken place, how the Jewish people, the Jewish nation has been targeted. I believe he passed away shortly afterwards, a few years afterwards, in English year, I think around 1853, to be precise, on the 16th of Kislev, 9 days before Hanukkah. He was only 52 years of age. He passed away, I believe, on a Friday night. He produced many great Talmidim, many great students, including the famous Rabbi Shalom Ashash and Rabbi Abraham Hassin. Really, really great rabbis. And let's explore some of the great Torah books, which he actually would produce in of itself. Many great Jewish books, basically on the Torah, Nevi'im, and Ketuvim, on the Talmud, on explanations of the Rambam, Halachot, and the Minhagim, Sheilot and Shuvot, questions and answers. Let's look at it. Rosh Yosef, this was a Chibur al Aram, very great. Then there was a Shofet Batzadek, which was Eshut, Sheilot and Shuvot, question and answer book. Then the Shoresh Yishai, which was on the rules, the Klalim, as they say. And Zer Zahav, which is the Klalei Hashas. Then the Ahavat Yosef, which is a book on the Rambam. Then the Tzon Yosef, which was on the Orach Chaim, respectively. Yad Yosef was based on the Yoredeah. The Eidut Yosef was on the Eben Ezer. The Ketonet Pasim on Choshen Mishpat. The Shamat Yosef on the Mishnah. The Divrei Yosef was also a Sheilot and Shuvot, question and answer book. The Ketonet Yosef was a Sheilot and Shuvot book on Be'inyanei Mamonot, on financial, let's say, matters. Maharivan was a kitzur of the different laws with regards to the halacha and maaseh, and the Kodesh Kodeshim, which was based on Shir Hashirim, the Song of Songs in of itself. So I think many of them, these famous books, the most outstanding ones, which in published, was Ketonet Yosef and Divrei Yosef. Really great books in of itself. So Tet Zayin, 16th of Kislev, is his Hilula of the great head of Jewish court of Meknes. Among his rabbis, as we said before, was Rabbi Yaakov Berdugo, Rabbi Yehuda Berdugo. Among his generation were great rabbis like Rabbi Eben Sur, Rabbi Moshe ben Zrihen, Rabbi Moshe ben Samchon, Rabbi Chaim Toledano, and he authored many great Torah books. Please don't forget to light candles in his memory. Now, friends, we are a community here. We're learning about all the great Sephardi rabbis of yesteryear, or we're trying to cover most of it. And please subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the videos. I'm wishing you all blessings from Israel. Take care.